money influence. Ilhan Omar apologizes for tweets about this lobbyist organization because, well, a large portion of Democrats came after her. And a large portion of Republicans came after her. And a lot of very powerful people came after her and said that she was practicing hate speech. Never did she call for violence. Never did she say someone's right to live or right to exist never did she speak against anyone's right to live or right to exist. None of that. But the fact that she would even question the lobbying efforts of an organization that's not even based in the United States. For that, she was beat to a pulp in the public square of public opinion. And it hasn't even stopped. It's still going. It is still trending. It's been days, if not weeks. Anyway, so Ilhan Omar, I guess she realized that she could not win this battle, and it was very possible that all the committees that she resides on, she may be kicked off of them. I heard that a couple people were saying that she shouldn't have apologized. I think in Ilhan Omar's mind, not that I can read her mind, I'm just assuming that maybe she's thinking, hey, I came to Congress to support my constituents. They didn't bring me here to fight this lobbyist organization and lose all of my ability to be effective in Congress. That's not why they sent me here. My constituents sent me here to champion for them. Now, champion for them to a certain degree may be calling out this lobbyist organization, but I can't die on that hill for one issue, thus losing all my power, because there were Democrats gunning for her. And they've been gunning for progressives, the new wing of any type of progressive, a progressive wave that sort of took place. There's talks of them running someone against Ocasio-Cortez for the same reason. Rashid Tlaib, same thing. They're on very thin ice. Unless you fall in line, which I think Ayanna Pressley is more than willing to do. I think that's what she's about to do, is fall directly in line, like really quickly. So anyway, that's in my defense of why she made this apology. I want to make it clear that that's what I believe it to be. Because in my conscience, I don't feel she did anything wrong. If she said something hateful, I would say it. I don't owe Miss Omar anything. I have no reason not to call it out if that's what the case is. But I don't believe it to be the truth. Anyway, so let's get to what her apology was. This is what she said. Anti-Semitism is real, and I am grateful for Jewish allies and colleagues who are educating me on the painful history of anti-Semitic tropes. My intention is never to offend my constituents or Jewish Americans as a whole. We have to always be willing to step back and think through criticism, just as I expect people to hear me when others attack me for my identity. This is why I unequivocally apologize. Now, even though she used the word unequivocally apologize, there are people saying you didn't unequivocally apologize. She just used the words unequivocally. I unequivocally apologize. Not good enough for you? Beat feet, mofo. Seriously, beat feet. If that's not good enough, then we ain't got nothing for you, dog. There's nothing else we can do. Okay? To say a lobbyist organization is paying off people to support them does not mean that's a Jewish slam. NRA, too. Look, and I'm not going to sit here and say I don't understand the stereotypes that have been, the anti-Semitism and the stereotypes about Jews that has been in our history, that is in our current. It's not even our history that this is built on. I understand it. I do get that part, right? But it doesn't mean that's what she meant. Because she's in Congress. And she's talking about lobbyist organizations like the NRA. And to prove my point, this is the closing of her apology. She says this: at the same time, I reaffirm the problematic role of lobbyists in our politics. Whether it be AIPAC, the NRA, or the fossil fuel industry. It's gone on too long, and we must be willing to address it. Well, I guess we've all seen why it's gone on so long and why so many are not willing to address it. Because addressing it may be the end of your career. Addressing it may get you kicked out of Congress or primaried or removed from committees or, heck, even jailed. Yes, it's coming to that, guys. That's what it's coming to. She also put out this tweet. She said, listening and learning but standing strong. You know, I've seen folks get into trouble about even complimenting the Jewish community. Even complimenting them. You can't even compliment them on, on the ability to recover as a group after being decimated by the Holocaust, the Jewish Holocaust. Can't even comment on it because they get offended if you give them props. Like, just shut the hell up and don't talk about our stuff. I get it. I wish it was that way for all groups, since it's that way for this group. Right now, in the story I'm going to do later, they're still wearing blackface. We have officials who are wearing blackface. I wonder if they donned Holocaust clothing, extermination clothing, or if they donned, I don't know, swastikas on their shirts, would they be allowed to be in Congress? If a picture surfaced of a governor wearing a swastika or making fun of Jewish Holocaust victims or survivors, I wonder how long they would be in Congress. I wonder if we'd still be having a conversation. I wonder if there'd be anything to talk about. I don't think there would be. That's not the fault of the Jews. That's the fault of the fact that nobody really gives a shit about black folks. I mean, not really. But we'll get to that later because we still got that drama going on in Virginia. And I'm bringing that up to let you know that there is obviously a double standard. Obviously a double standard. Native Americans. I'm from Washington, D.C. I love our football team, or at least I used to. Back when I used to watch them. I even worked for them for a very short time. At that time, I didn't think anything wrong with the name of the organization. I did have problems with the organization. Organization's whack as hell. But can you imagine them using some type of Jewish name and that be allowed? Come on, guys. Can you imagine that? I'm not even going to make fun and make jokes and try to come up with names. Just imagine in your mind, just think it to yourself, it's not illegal yet to think of something. So think about it. What if the Washington football team had a Jewish-sounding name for their team? How long would that last? How long before that team was broken up and disbanded? All the equipment burnt and them kicked out? Not long at all, right? All right.